Well, welcome back everybody. Thank you for making time. Today we're going to talk about shoe decorations. So what are the kinds of decorations that you typically find on shoes? We've kind of covered it a little bit in the previous videos, but this is all about that extra pizzazz, I suppose you could say, that we add to our shoes that indicate leanings towards our personality and how we come across. So this is all part of the shoe psychology, which I'm a founder of. If you want to go back to the beginning of the YouTube series and video series that I've got there, it'll give you more of an insight. So if you've dialed in a bit later, like around about now, probably won't make a lot of sense. But effectively, the idea is that I want to empower women and to encourage women to wear shoes that suit them, walking on their own path in their own direction. And I think that just in our common day society, we've kind of lost track of all of that. So a lot of it is metaphorical, but you will also find that there are a lot of shoes that are quite literal, that we will actually wear in life in order to feel accepted, to feel like we're part of the herd. Don't always feel comfortable wearing what we actually want to be wearing, and to just sort of get clear about what is it that is working for us, what's not, and how to step out of those shoes that aren't working for us and to get us into shoes that are working for us, so that we are walking in the right shoes on the right path with like-minded individuals that are walking with us, going in the direction we actually want to go in. So that I really want to have it where, you know, you get to the end of your life and you go, damn, I gave it my best shot, it was fantastic, and you know, thank goodness I made this decision that I did sooner rather than later to actually get on the path that I actually want to be on. And the whole idea is that this will help you take those little steps in the right direction. So the shoe decorations that I'm going to be talking about today, I really should have brought a whole lot with me. Sorry, I did leave them behind today. But it's really, you know, what we pizzazz our actual shoes up with that can give us an indication of the actual person. So in the past, I mentioned, like, there was a gentleman that I know who's got really quite a lot of these really funky shoes. I mean, they really are out there, and they've got great big gems on them, big buckles on, and you know, it's blingy, masculine blingy, but they look very expensive. I understand that they are a very expensive type of shoe anyway, and he just really likes to make a statement. He's quite an eccentric gentleman, and he's, you know, he's getting a little bit older now, and he likes to draw attention. And so he is in the Enneagram. If you want to go back to the Enneagram types that I've already described, and you haven't actually caught up with that, you might want to go back to Enneagram number 4. It's quite likely that he is an Enneagram number 4, which is, I like to be different, I like to stand out, I don't like to be part of the norm, I like to make a statement. He likes to be in the limelight. So it was quite easy to immediately tell that he is most likely to be in that Enneagram 4 type, and that his shoes show to the world that I am big, I am bold, I am brave, I'm eccentric, I don't like being part of the norm, I like to stand out, and he's comfortable with that's his place, and he enjoys that. Another one, it was really interesting the other day. I was off shopping to do the groceries, and happened to walk past the local sushi shop, and there was a family that was sitting there having their sushi at the table, and the one girl, I don't know if it was their daughter or if a friend, whoever it was quite a young girl, she probably in her teens, and she's got quite the goth look about her, and she really stood out because the rest of them were completely normal. And she was wearing, you know, lots of heavy makeup, black hair, black nails, but her shoes were really chunky shoes, really big beetle crushers, where it's thick heel at the back and thick at the front. And then on them she had a series of like really spiky studs that, I mean, just really were I found quite aggressive, if I'm honest. I was like, wow, that's out there. And honestly, it doesn't look very comfortable at all. But it's that, again, you know, the other side, again, quite likely a 4 in the Enneagram, likes to stand out, likes to be different, doesn't want to, you know, be part of the norm. But of course, one of the things that you have is that if you're gothic by nature, or emo girls, I think they call them, you know, there is actually a crowd that follows that same sort of trend. So, yeah. Not that soft, feminine, sort of flowy kind of look. Then I saw a stunning pair of shoes that I'm actually going to be using. Hopefully I'll get it passed with my publishers when I find one. So if anybody knows anybody who is in the publishing industry and would be interested in helping me publish my book about all of this, I am writing this, and I have got a photo with some very nice, they look like very smart, elegant dress shoes, or even wedding shoes that have got lots of little crystals on it, little diamantes, with a bit of satin, with a satin finish on it. And they're high heels, and they're sort of like a soft pink or a beige. And I saw them in one of the shops here in Queenstown, and they were like $300 or $400, and they were just absolutely beautiful. Like, that appeals more to me. They're smart, they're elegant, it's very sophisticated, it's very ladylike. You know, it is blingy, but it's for the smart evening wear, and it's showing off that soft feminine sort of side of you as a woman. However, how comfortable, how practical would it be? I don't know. I certainly wouldn't be able to walk in them for very long. But, you know, there are some people who would feel very comfortable with that. So for ladies that are trying to portray that more soft feminine energy, are more likely to wear that, and would actually be repelled by wearing the gothy kind of spiky shoes. And the gothy kind of spiky shoes would be repelled by the soft feminine. So it's also interesting, like, you know, how we show that we are significant in the world, that I draw notice that I'm worthy of being recognized for what I am, is really quite interesting. How do we land up in a pair of goth shoes or emo shoes, as opposed to the soft feminine high heel shoes? And that's quite often socialization. Obviously there's a genetic component as well, your friends, you know, culture. Like, there'd be some cultures where the goth shoes, the emo shoes, just would not be allowed. You know, they're just forbidden. You couldn't even go there. Whereas in some religious environments, those high, blingy, sophisticated shoes might be what my mother would say, rather come hither, and probably also not supported. So they would promote something more in the line of smart, practical, but not drawing too much attention that is inappropriate for that person. So just being aware of what the decorations are. Like, at the moment, my daughter's got a pair of Crocs, and the Crocs are back. These plastic shoes, and I've mentioned these before, that you slide on. You can easily look it up on the internet. And they have a lot of little decorations that you can actually buy. So we've just been away to the Gold Coast, and she really wasn't interested in getting very many clothes. It was quite interesting, actually. I thought she'd be really hitting the shops big time, because there's more options there than there is here in Queenstown. And she got these little ornaments, I suppose you could say, that you just slide into the holes and use as decoration. So she got like she chose a strawberry, blueberry, a little vine, and I think like a milkshake sort of thing. So, and and her Crocs are like an orangey color. So they are fun, funky, summery, comfortable, practical shoes that are in with all her buddies who are all doing the same. Like a friend of hers came yesterday and even has her name in the little holes scattered around. So it's really taking off. If you're not crocking, you're not rocking is the term we're currently using. So she fits in with her crowd. My daughter loves her fruit smoothies and her shakes. So it epitomizes her as an individual. You know, she's out there, she loves the summer, she's got bright personality, she's the center of her crowd, and they all sort of hang out together and have fun together, and it's a joyful, healthy kind of connection, and it really is summed up in her practical Crocs that she actually has. So what I might do is I'll take a photo and pop it into the Facebook page, and so that you can reference it and you can see what I'm talking about if you're not familiar with Crocs. I think most people would be familiar with Crocs these days, but just to give you some sort of idea of how what we're wearing with our shoes actually tells us a lot about the person as they stand. So anyway, I hope you found that useful. Maybe you can take a look at some of your shoes and then maybe share on the Facebook page or even in the comments box below what, you know, when you decorate up your shoes or the shoes that you do pick, do you have any decoration? What decorations do you like? What do you tend to have a leaning for? What really repels you? Just any kind of feedback around that would be really useful. And yeah, let's just get talking about these shoes actually work for me, and this is why I feel comfortable in them, and we can just go from there. So I hope you really found that interesting today. Start being aware, that's where it all starts, and we can build out from there. So I look forward to chatting to you again. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and hopefully you will have time to have a little comment or pass come over to the Facebook side and give us a comment there. Anyway, you have a delightful day. Thank you so much for your time. Namaste.